probably telling them not to be in their head, and here I am doing it. So, like it's the end of the day, and the day has ended. Like, I love me some Glorilla. The young girls, I love them. Like, Glorilla said at the end of the day, they ain't got any. It felt like it wasn't gonna never end. Never ever. Today was like nothing that I could have ever even imagined, or I couldn't have wrote up, even if I wanted to. And it's a lot. It's a hell of a lot, especially for one person. But I'm half human, half amazing. So, story time. And a lot of times everybody say, you know, I don't know who this for, but let me just lay it down for whoever needs to pick it up. I work in a dispensary, and I love it. I absolutely love it because I know the good benefits of the things that are in there. And I'm not coming to anybody to sell anybody anything. That's never my intentions. However, today was hard, and I don't think people understand that on the other side of that counter is nothing but a human being. I'm not a robot. I'm not AI. I'm not even a people person, for real, for real. I'm not a salesman. I don't have to. It sells itself. That's one of the most amazing things about it. And I'm good at it too, because I can connect to people on a different level. And today I was triggered. And it wasn't something that I expected, something that I could have prevented. It wasn't even something that I could even put words to until I was in the shower. And I was like, damn, somebody else needs to hear this. Yeah, you going into there and you choosing your flower, you choosing your little whatever, your little woo. That's in any place. If you were going into a bar and you got your lemon drop, and you got your little margaritas, or you got your little Hennessy and Coke or whatever. There's a person on the other side of that that's pouring it, and it might have had a bad day, or it might have had a good day, or it might have had an amazing day, might have had a sad day, might have got a phone call, might be about to get a phone call, might have got a pink slip over here, might have got this, might have got that. We don't know. And I'm guilty too. We don't care. All we can think about is the service that I want you to provide, because I came in this market. And I didn't tell you to get this job, so I don't care if you got an attitude. A lot of times we don't get to choose those things. But today I was triggered. I finally got some help, which that absolutely made this even better today. And I was able to recognize, and I was able to bounce back. A guy came into the store, and he had previously suffered from a stroke. That's nothing new to me. Growing up, my grandfather at the time, my grandmother's husband, had a stroke, and one side of his body was paralyzed. And his speech wasn't the greatest, but you know, some kind of way we just learned how to understand what he was saying. And I've always been able to understand and to get in. And so this isn't his first time in the store, but the first time he came in with a caregiver. And she was able to kind of assist and provide assistance. And it still was a long, drawn out process, but there was two of us there that day, and we were able to kind of, you know, try to assist him, but also assist other people, because it's never just it's random that it's just one person in a store. It's always multiple people. So I was trying to assist him, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. That's nothing new to me. but it was like he was saying words every 6 word. You needed to figure out what he was saying, and you had to understand. Okay, I've done it before. It's not a big deal. But a lot had happened, and I was already probably on 100. And he could tell that I was getting frustrated, and he explained to me they had a stroke. And I know, he's been in before. I see the scar. He needed assistance walking in. He had a cane, the telltale signs was there. Anybody, I'm not anybody, because somebody else might have assumed that he was drunk or, something else besides the stroke. And I couldn't understand. And then he was showing me something on his phone, and it was moving, and I couldn't understand. And I was like, I'm only human, and in this moment, I've done everything that I thought. I tried to fill in the blanks, and I tried to show pictures, and I tried to do things and figure things out. And even one of my suggestions was, let's look up your telephone number to see what you bought before, and you can get it again. And his mom sat in the car, and he was in the store for probably 30 minutes. And it had got to one point that I think I looked at my coworker, and he could probably see the pleading look in my face, because I'm always on it. I'm always, and I'm able to assist, but I couldn't. And instead of me saying, all of the things that outside of me, I immediately internally said, it must be me. It must be me. Why can't I understand what he's saying? Why can't I make it? And it had nothing to do with me internally, but everything to do with the things that I have had to endure over the past, I don't know, 6, 7 weeks, 6, 7 days, 6, 7 hours prior to before he came in the store. The things that I've had to deal with 6, 7 months ago, 6 or 7 years ago, and so I became frustrated, and I had to just step away. And my coworker was so amazing that he stepped up and was able to assist him and give me a chance to catch my breath. And I stepped away to gather my thoughts, and I had almost become emotional, because I was like, what did you do? Why were you off? Why couldn't you basically read his mind? I blame myself for not being able to read his mind, but not just read his mind. I needed to read his bank account to also see if he, but I didn't have any access. So I was dealing with a lot of negatives on my side. There was no plus. But the caregiver, when she came with him before, she made the sale seamless, almost like, it was a black girl. We were able to talk, and then she was, and when he left, my coworker said that, he had almost fallen, and that it had gotten to a point where he even had to say, okay, we can't keep going back and forth saying the same thing. Like, that's enough. So it wasn't me, and it's not something that I could have prevented. There's no training for it. Like, I don't give up how much training. There's no way to train for a situation like that. But what I want to say is that when you go in these places, somebody asked my coworker today, it was like, is she always happy? No, I'm not. And I'm not always sad, and I'm not always angry, and I'm not always in the mood. I'm not always a morning person. I'm not always happy. I'm not always sad. I'm not always blue. I'm not always green. Everything ain't black and white. But that's with anybody. But y'all don't care when you come in the store. You just want your purchase. And I get that, because sometimes I'm like that too. But I also have to say, it's the person on the other side of that that's working hard, that has the family to feed. I try to always tip. I try to instill that in my kids. My daughter said, make sure you ask for tips. And I'm like, why would I do that? I'm not going to do that. But I want you to be mindful when you go into places like dispensaries, like, yeah, they seem like they happy. You think it's a cool little place to work and it's the happiest place, but it's not. It's probably one of the most stressful jobs. I was watching Disjointed, and no, it's not like that one. And it's another one on Hulu I haven't had a chance to watch because the first couple of episodes was triggering. I was like, this real life shit. Cut that off. I don't want to see that. Turn on me a Tubi movie. But I'm living inside a Tubi movie that I didn't ask to live in. But I love what I do, and knowing that this aids and assists him in his health and recovery, his mental state, and everything, all the benefits that this have for it. Yeah, I love that, and that's the reason why I love this. But I want you to understand that I'm human too, and I get frustrated too. And just because I'm happy with you today, tomorrow I may have just gotten somebody that didn't understand me and I couldn't understand him. And he kept saying, that his brain didn't work. And I understood everything except for I can't make this what you want match your bank account. And like it's only so much I can do. And what I can't do. The coworker said, "You're a fixer. You're always trying to fix stuff." Dude made me 2 days, and that's what he's saying about me. My mama told me last week I'm always trying to fix stuff. Then he told me, he was like, "You care too much. You're doing too much." And I have been sitting on that all day. And even he told me that before I went to lunch. And I ate my lunch and I thought about it and I told my kids about it. And then the guy came in and it was a situation. And then after that, like HR has been there. And then the regional manager has been there. And then I had this customer. So, you pulling me in different directions. And I'm still saying, when I hit that motherfucking garage, these kids don't give a fuck about what you did at that dispensary. What you did from here to there to there. They don't give a fuck about none of that because you signed up to be their mama, most importantly. So at the end of the day, that person that's offering you that service has a family that they want to get home to. They want their mental, because I can understand how people can have mental breakdowns. I could see it. The lady said, "Are you always happy?" "No, baby, I'm not. I tried to take a tolerance break. I lasted 49 motherfucking hours and I fell off the wagon. But I was pushed off. I was pushed. And the time that I was trying to take the break, I was angry. I was mean. I was short. I was quick-tempered because I was withdrawing. And I quit cold turkey. And I have been going every day because I needed it every day. And I've never did that. And those two, I'm the type of person that can stop anything. Like I cut red meat out. I cut out chicken. Like I could sit next to a chicken. Matter of fact, I touched a chicken. Rotisted a chicken for them. And I didn't even talk to it. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they're eating this shit. So I have amazing self-control. But I know the benefits and how the product helps me to survive. Like it, the benefits keep me alive, and I appreciate that. But even in restaurants, those are people too. And I remember at my daughter's birthday dinner, we had upset the waitress. We had made it, and I apologized so profusely, and so like I was like, make sure we give her a big nice tip because we gave her the fucking blues. Have compassion. All this social media shit got y'all thinking everything that glitters gold. Just because I'm in this picture don't mean everything is all good. It doesn't mean that I didn't have to deal with an ex and have to be told I was less than or what I shouldn't do. Like nobody cares about that. It's like give me, and I'm okay with that. I have mastered the separate home life from job. Like when I hit that mama garage, I don't give a fuck about none of that outside of that because these kids don't get none. But when I hit that, this still come first. But I'm an employee because I got to work in the day to support the dream at night. And because I'm working so much, by the time I get home, do the mother thing and the other thing and everything else, I'm tired. And so even the little online dating researching, okay. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but just know you are not alone. And that's in the beauty salons. I sympathize because I have a cosmetology license. That's on the jobs, the airline, in the hair stores, in the shoe stores, anywhere where you're dealing with people with attitudes. I sympathize. And I hope that other people will too.